Everybody loves homemade fresh bread, right? It's one of the best things ever. But the only thing I don't like about it is how long you have to wait for it to rise before you can actually eat it. Okay, what is up, you guys? It's Carly here, and you are officially cooking with Carly. Today we are talking about proofing our bread dough in the Instant Pot. It makes it so much faster. It is honestly going to blow your mind. I don't let my bread dough rise any other way now. I have some bread dough here from some French bread that I'm in the middle of making, and I wanted to tell you guys how this works, how to do it, and why it works. So a lot of the Instant Pot models have a yogurt button, and unfortunately, if you don't have the yogurt button on your Instant Pot, you're kind of out of luck with proofing your bread dough quickly. So if this is a feature you really want to have for your Instant Pot, watch Amazon, look for, when those prices drop, and get yourself a Duo or higher in the Instant Pot models, and you'll be able to do this too. The yogurt button holds the inside temperature of the Instant Pot at the exact temperature all the time. It's very regulated, and that exact temperature is the perfect environment for the yeast in your bread dough to rise quickly. Each bread recipe is a little bit different. For example, my French bread recipe, it requires a lot of resting and kneading and resting and kneading. If you were to make my pretzel recipe, all you have to do is let it sit in there for about 15 minutes. So before you start proofing your bread dough in your Instant Pot, I would suggest looking up a couple of recipes to get a feel for how your particular type of bread you're wanting to make proofs in the Instant Pot. One thing that's essential to remember when you proof your bread dough in your Instant Pot is to spray the liner with either non-cook spray, or you can use a little bit of canola oil and really rub it around so that your bread dough doesn't stick to the bottom of the inside liner. After you either have oil or spray inside that liner, you can now put your dough into the Instant Pot. We need to cover this with a lid. Do you need a fancy lid for this? No, you don't need a fancy lid for this. I would go shopping in your own cupboard before you buy a fancy lid for this, because my bets is that you actually have one that already fits. And if you don't, you can just plop a plate on there. That will work great too. How to turn on your Instant Pot to the yogurt setting is you will click the yogurt button and make sure that this is on normal right here, and you'll see 8 hours, and then it will beep and it will start counting up. This is actually extremely handy because the recipe you're following will say to proof for 15 minutes, and you've got a timer all built in right there for you. While this is proofing, I just want to remind you to hit that like button, the red subscribe button, and that notification bell, and let me know in the comments what bread you're planning on using this method for. And don't forget that like button. Now take a little peek-see here. That teeny tiny bread dough is now beautiful and large. How exciting is that? If this video intrigued you, definitely check out my pretzel video and my French bread video. I hope this video has helped you utilize your Instant Pot in a new way and get to eating your homemade bread that much faster.